Alright, today we're going to talk about the preterite tense of AR verbs. So the preterite is something that happened in the past and was completed. To form the preterite tense, we're just going to use these endings. Hasta, o, amos, hasta, and arron. Alright, let's take a look at our worksheet. So you all have one that looks something like this, and we start off with a paragraph. So I want you to read this paragraph and underline the subjects. So that would be the people or the things that it's about, and then circle the verbs. Go ahead and do that. So if we take a look, we should have mi familia y yo gastamos, mi madre gastó, ella compró, mis hermanos gastaron, ellos compraron, mi padre gastó, él compró, yo gasté, yo compré, and we should also have tú compraste. So now write all of those subjects and verbs in your chart down here. And take a look at the endings. Take a look at the endings and the people that are with it. Those are all of our past tense endings. Now we're going to conjugate the verb gastar, which is what was used in several of these. Gasté, gastaste, gastó, gastamos, and we're missing gastéis and gastaron. What that means is, oh boy, hold on. I spent, you spent, she spent, you spent, we spent, they spent. I don't know what happened to all my corrections. They got deleted. Oh well. Y'all spent. Okay? So we're just writing in the past tense, and we've got 6 new verb endings to learn. Pretty simple, right? Hasta, o, amos, hastais, and arron. Now when you look at the 6 of these, one should already be familiar. Amos. Amos doesn't change from present tense to past tense. So for the nosotros form, you have to look at context clues, which is very simple. You look for things like it happened yesterday or today. So the time period tells you what tense it's in. Go ahead and try it with comprar. Pause the video here and then come back. Okay, so for comprar, you should have this. Compré, compraste, compró, compramos, comprasteis, and compraron. And what that means is I bought, you bought, she bought, we bought, y'all bought, and they bought. So we take the verb to buy, and instead of saying I buy or you buy, we put it in past tense. I bought and you bought. So to talk about actions that were completed or occurring in the past, you use the preterite tense. Preterite tense is another way of saying the past tense. To form the preterite tense of a regular AR verb, you add the endings to the stem of the verb, just like you've been doing for conjugating other verbs. Let's compare the two. This is the next part of your worksheet right here. At the top, we have the past tense, the one you're learning. And at the bottom we have present tense, the one you know by heart because you learned it really, really early on in Spanish 1, right? Okay. So to start with, in the past tense, E with an accent mark goes in the yo form. Present tense has an O. Okay? Then we have aste and as. And then we have o and a. This is where it can get a little tricky, that O with that accent mark. Like I've told you before, accent marks are important. They change the meaning of things. And in this case, if you have a verb with an O with an accent mark on the end of it, it goes from being the yo form to the third person singular form, he, she, or you formal. So it really changes the meaning, not only of who's doing the action, but past tense too, when it's happening. All right, let's continue. Uh-oh, like I was saying, nosotros, third person plural, amos and amos, they're the same. So you have to look for context clues with those. Asais and ais, not too big of a jump, pretty easy. Aron and an, also pretty easy. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. This was a listening activity. Obviously, we cannot do that now. Let's skip ahead. Tus abuelos les regalaron a todos dinero y cada uno compró algo. Explica lo que compraron todos y cuándo compraron las cosas. So your grandparents gave you some money, everyone bought something. Go ahead and explain what you bought and when you bought it. For example, mi hermano, and then you're given a watch, and then you're given the time period of hace una semana. So given those three things, who, what, and when, make a sentence. Your sentence would be, mi hermano compró un reloj pulsera hace una semana. In other words, my brother bought a watch a week ago. Go ahead and try that with numbers 1 through 6. And not only are you going to fill in the blank here with the past tense of the verb, but you also need to write the English translation down here, okay? Write the English translation so you can make sure you're really getting this stuff. Pause the video here and come on back. All right, let's see how we did. Mi madre compró aretes ayer. My mom bought earrings yesterday. Number 2. Mis primos compraron videojuegos anoche. My cousins bought video games last night. Mi papá compró una cartera el año pasado. My dad bought a wallet last year. Tú compraste una collar hace 3 días. You bought a necklace 3 days ago. Número 5. Mis tíos compraron una pulsera hace un mes. My aunt and uncle bought a bracelet a month ago. And 6. Mi hermano y yo compramos perfume ayer. My sister and I bought perfume yesterday. What is this? We are not going to do the game on this, and that's the end of your worksheet. So, there you go. One last look at the book here. Those are your 6 endings. E, aste, o, amos, astais, and aron. You have to have the accent marks on e and o, or it changes the meaning. Okay, make sure you do those. And keep in mind, for the nosotros form, you're going to have to look at context clues. That's it. If you can do that, you can do past tense AR verbs. All right. Buena suerte.